everyone, it's me, Crafty Witch, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm just going to do a little video on how to make eggshell powder. Eggs are so versatile when it comes to magical workings. They've been used for healing, for fertility, for prosperity even. They've been used for hexing. So there's a wide variety of uses that you can employ eggs for, and you can use eggs in different forms. So you can use like raw uncooked eggs, you can use egg shells, you can use the yolks, you know what I mean, like the whole entire egg can be used in various forms, whether even for scrying. But anyway, in this video we're going to make some eggshell powder. So this is my current supply of eggshell powder, which isn't very much. I'm run quite low on it, so I'm going to be making some more eggshell powder. Now what some people like to do, as they grind up their eggshells, they will add different herbs and things like that. For myself personally, I just like to grind up the eggshells and then just keep the powder in its own natural form, without the addition of like herbs, resins, or other types of materials. If I am going to be using the eggshell powder for a specific reason, let's say for protection, I'll take what I need out of here and then I will add in like let's say asphotheria. If you mix eggshell powder with asphotheria, it's a very strong, powerful form of protection. I will not add the asphotheria to this because I might want to use some of this for a fertility rite later on or something like that. So I like to just keep this plain. It's kind of just my base ingredient. And because space is at a premium, I live in a very tiny place. I don't have multiple jars of, eggshell powder for protection, eggshell powder for hexing, eggshell powder for fertility. I just have my eggshell powder, and then as I need it, I will take what I need from the jar and then add in the various herbs or whatever kind of materials I'll be working with to create a specific powder for whatever that magical working is. So long story short, that's how I keep my eggshell powder. Now when you do collect your eggs, it's really important that you really wash them out well. I do for myself like to, as I'm washing them, I'll rub the inside gently and I will loosen the membrane that's on the inside of the shell, and then I'll remove that. However, it's okay if you do leave it on there. You just need to make sure that you do dry your eggs very well after. So wash your eggs out, make sure you remove the yolk and all that from it, and then set them out to dry. So these have dried for about 2 weeks. It usually doesn't take that long, but because some of these had actual like membranes still left inside, I just wanted to make sure that they were completely dried. So some of them don't have the membranes, like this one. I don't know if you guys can see it there, but there is like zero membrane. This is just the shell itself. And the ones that are kind of shiny, like this, I don't know if you can tell, but there's kind of that sheen to it. So this still has the membrane on it, and that's fine. If you let them dry thoroughly, this is what a membrane looks like. It literally looks like a little piece of like white paper. The membrane will grind down. You just might have to put a little bit more time into it. So it's super simple. You take your extremely dried out eggshell and you break it apart and you put it into your mortar and pestle. If you had an electric coffee grinder, it would be so super fast to do this. I don't have an electric coffee grinder, but if you had, say, an electric coffee grinder that was designated just for, say, making incense. I wouldn't use it for like actual making your coffee afterwards if you make incense with it, just due to some of the resins and ingredients that you might be using. But if you have an electric coffee grinder, you can throw these babies in there and grind them up, and it would just probably take you like 30 seconds or something. Probably wouldn't take you very long within a coffee grinder. And then you can probably get them a lot finer than you can with the mortar and pestle. So I just break them up like that into my mortar and pestle and literally just grind them up. And I go clockwise. And then I might like kind of grind down the bigger pieces. And then I just keep going like that. And then there you can see it's starting to, there's still some big pieces in there. But I would just keep grinding it down. And then when you get to the desired consistency that you prefer, then you just transfer it over to your jar and just keep it in a sealed jar like this. You can see some of the powder rising up. Some people actually consume eggshell powder for additional calcium into their own diet. And if you do that, I would recommend free range chicken eggs that, you know, chickens that have been living happy little chicken lives out on some farm somewhere and not pumped full of hormones and all that kind of jazz. So, I don't know if this is going to show up. So that's what my eggshell powder looks like. I wish it was a little bit finer, but that's it for now. And that's even including the membrane in there. And the membrane has ground down to like pretty much nothing. So you can add these to sachets. You can add it to incense. You can add it to, like you can anoint candles, roll your candles in this stuff. If you make beeswax candles using the beeswax sheets, you can actually sprinkle your ingredients, your magical ingredients, including this, on the sheets and then roll them up and then re-anoint them and then roll them again into this stuff. You can sprinkle this around and actually use it to draw sigils and other magical symbols. You can use it in so many different ways. You can make a chalk with it and use it again for drawing. You can use it to create boundaries, magical boundaries on your property. So yeah, that's how easy it is to make eggshell powder. I just wanted to show you guys that. And that's it for now. Ciao.